Hello, thank you for taking the time to watch what is now number 3 in the series of classic North Country flies. Today we're tying a winter brown, TE Pritts pattern, the winter brown. As you can see, we've got a size 12 hook in the vise already, and we're going to attach the thread, which is an orange Purcell's gossamer silk. As you can see, we've started slightly back from the eye, and we're going to move along to a position adjacent to the point of the hook and the barb. I like myself to tie this reasonably short, although not too short. So we've got nice touching turns. We'll just let it drop. That's about right. Maybe one more turn. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to return the thread to the starting position. They're lovely threads to work with, these Purcell silks. They give a lovely effect, particularly when they're wet. And you know, they far outdo most of the synthetics, although there are a couple of synthetics which I do actually use to tie some of the spiders which I use on our lakes. Okay, so we've got to that position there. Now what I have done, I've prepared the hackle, and this is the hackle from the underwing of a woodcock, and as you can see, we've taken the fibres off one side, leaving just the fibres on one side with that little tuft, which I'm actually going to dispense with by just cutting it out. As you can see, I think what I'm doing, so we left a little tuft, which I'm then going to tie in that position there. Okay, these are very simple patterns, but as I've said previously, they've probably gone all around the world, and they've probably caught fish, I would say, in most countries that have trout. Okay, so we're going to wind. We only want two and a half turns, and we're carefully taking it over so we don't trap any of the feathers down from the previous turn of hackle. And we want to leave a little bit of room, because this fly is finished off with a head of peacock herl. So as you can see, we've left that little bit of a gap, so we don't actually run out of room. So there we go, nice and secure. Let's snip the waist off, and as you can see, by just leaving the little tip to tie in of that hackle, we haven't got to go in there now and actually start snipping away to get rid of that little bit of waste. So, peacock herl, and we don't want to overdo it with this either, so just a couple of turns. Get rid of your waste. Such nice patterns to tie, lovely to fish, and you know, as I say, they've caught fish in lots and lots of different circumstances, in lots and lots of different countries. So there we go. We've got two turns there. Let's tie him off. we go now. Just a question of actually neatly finishing the fly off. And as most of you will already know, I whip finish by hand. I much prefer it. It's much more precise, to be perfectly honest. You can see exactly where you put in each turn of thread, and as I said before, your hands are far more sensitive than any sort of tools that have been made. Now, a little tip that I've shown previously, put a fair amount of tension. Watch how that hook snaps back up. There we go. Now we'll just give it a little bit of a modern treatment. We'll actually put a little bit of bug bond onto that little head. Give it a bit of a blast with the lamp. There we go, and there we have T. Pritts Winter Brown. Like I say, third in a series which will contain more. I hope you enjoyed the tying of it, and I do hope you try actually fishing it yourselves, because it's very, very effective. It was a fly which was a favourite on many of the Yorkshire rivers early season. So please do give it a try, and many thanks for watching, and I'm going to say good afternoon.